Hello everybody, Dean here with Green Elephant Studio and also NS Stick Channel. And I wanted to just do a quick video on the new MOD Footswitch. Finally have come out. They've been through their beta testing and everything. I was one of the people with a beta unit, but this is the new one. The only difference is it says Mod Footswitch on it. Otherwise, it's exactly the same if you've been using the beta units, but this is the production units now. Look awesome, and they work great. They're just meant to expand your Duo, and like everything else, they continue to keep coming out with new firmware to improve not only on if there's any bugs or anything like that, but it also they'll be able to integrate this with so much more as time goes on. So anyway, I know there's been a lot of people just waiting for this to come out, so I'm really excited to kind of show this off. When you get the unit, it comes in a box like this. It's a pretty cool box. It's got this magnetic flap that opens up and the unit will be in there. I just took the unit out, so it's not in there. Also comes with an Ethernet cable. This is how you connect it to your Duo. This powers it through this. It gets powered through this and sends all the communications through this. You can use a cable that's like hundreds of feet long. They haven't really come out with a number or anything, but if you want to use your Duo like by your amp and just want to leave it back there and just send a connector, this cable just from the back to the front of the stage and just have the Footswitch as like your controller, you can do that. Also comes with a USB cable, but this is just for firmware updates. So there are instructions on that. Whenever there's any new firmware, you have to do it with this. It's not through the Ethernet. So that's what this is for. Not for running the unit together. This is just for software updates or firmware updates, I should say. So let me grab mine. You plug it in. On the back, there are some connections here. There's one that says main and one that says next. So you'll use the main to from your Duo over to the main. And then if you want to add more foot switches or other devices that run on this this protocol, for example, they're coming out with an expression pedal, an assignable expression pedal, or you might have an Arduino Shield with more foot switches that you programmed or other devices that you've come up with, motion sensors, all that kind of stuff that you've created through the Arduino. You can plug it through here, or you can go to the Arduino first, then to this, or you just keep daisy chaining them. I don't know how many you can daisy chain. It just all depends on the current draw of the things, but you can do quite a few. And then there's the USB connection there, and that's where you do your firmware updates. So this is mine. It's plugged in, and it's nicely lit. Nothing's assigned to it, so I don't think you can really see it. It's a little bright right now, but it does say foot 1, foot 2, and the other side says foot 3, foot 4. And so anyway, it's super easy to assign. I'm going to do that on the screen right now. Let's move my face out of the way here. All right, so this is my current pedal board. I've got my bass side coming on from input 1, and then input 2 for me is my melody side. I don't want to go into too much detail about it, but I've got some things that I want to assign to my foot switch. Currently on the Duo, I have foot switch number 1 is assigned to the mute function of this volume that I have at the very end. I just like to turn on and off just mute my my instrument. You know, I play the NS stick, and I just want to just be able to unplug it without any kind of pops or whatever. Just mute it right there, and then I can just unplug it. And then my other foot switch is on here, which is the a switch box going from a clean side, clean, tone to a dirty tone. So let me hit that button. You can see it go up and down here. Channel 1, channel 2. It's pretty cool. But there's other functions on here that I'd like to turn on and off sometimes. So I'm going to do first on my dirty channel. I always like to have this one, the GX Night Fuzz on. I love the sound of it. It's like a great dark fuzz tone, and I use it all the time. But I like to have this other one, the Liquid Drive, which really just makes it sing. It adds this top end to the signal that just makes it pop out, and especially lead sounds and stuff. And so I want to be able to turn that one on and off. Then I want to be able to turn off this harmless right here, the Shiro Harmless, which is a tremolo. So I don't want it always going. It's really cool though when you have it with the delay going into a tremolo. This is a harmonic tremolo, so it's just got this really nice spread that it gives. It's really nice. So I want to be able to turn that off. And I also have this thing called Floaty, which is, I use it like a doubler. It's really nice. I also use it on the bass side once in a while. And it's on the bass, it sounds more like a chorus because it is a modulated, delayed signal. But on the melody side, it just makes, the way I have it set is it just makes it into this doubler and just nice, thick sound, and it really makes it, usually when I think of doubling, I feel like it spreads it, but in this case, it actually just adds this thickness to it and makes it forward. I think there's a little bit, maybe a bit of a volume jump in it, but I just love the sound of it. So anyway, but I don't want it on my clean tone all the time. So I also want to be able to turn that on and off. I almost always like to have my delays running and my reverb. And I don't know if I want to turn those on or off or not. But the reverb I have here is just very tiny. It's just to kind of give it just some air around it. Because if you just go super dry without any reverb, it's not that great. So I'm going to leave the reverb on all the time. So I'm going to have four things. Am I on the screen? Yeah, four things to turn on and off with the foot switch. Super easy. I'm going to go ahead and assign my Liquid Drive to foot switch number 1. Oh, and first, before I forget, so after you plug it into your Duo. At the bottom right of your screen here, there's this little thing here, and it says control chain 1. One control chain device connected. These devices are called control chain devices, so that's what they call this protocol, is control chain. So you hover over it, you can click on it, it tells you what you have. If you have 2 hooked in, you're going to see 2. If you have like another device on there, like a Arduino Shield, it'll list it there as well. And just to let you know, I do have this kind of in a developer mode, so you might see a few extra things down here, like the frames and things like that. So anyway, but that's what that is. Just hover over it. You can verify that it is in fact connected. So let's get started here. Let's assign this. So it's exactly the same as doing your other foot switches on the Duo. You open up the settings of the plugin. You go to the thing you want to control, and in this case, we're only interested in turning things on and off. So it's going to be those types of things. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to say I want to assign this, and you can see here all the foot switches are listed here. So foot X, so it's the foot switch extender, or is that what they call it? Anyway, that's what this is. And if you have another one, I think it says number 2 on there, so foot X2 or something like that, and then foot number 1. So so you can actually keep seeing all of these foot switches assignable, and when they are assignable. So in this case, I'm going to assign it here and hit save, close, and Now the light is on here, which means it's on. I'm like pointing at the screen with my finger. You can't see that. So here we go. Down here, the GX liquid drive. When I hit the button, you should see the red light turn off on the screen as well as on your foot switch. How beautiful is that? Super easy. What I also want to do is assign floaties on and off to foot switch number 2. But this time I want to do something. I want to change the wording on the screen. So anyway, hit this extended link here. And then this I use on the melody side, and I've typed this in earlier, so it's popping up as a drop down, but you can type it in, floaty melody, and hit save. And sure enough, I did it with no space or anything. I don't know if you can see it here. I don't think so. Let's see, let me make the screen bigger here. Come on, there we go. So let's see here, floaty. Now it says floaty melody. And then when I push the foot switch on and off, you can see it. Let me make myself small again. You can see it on here, on and off, as well as on the GUI when I turn it on and off. One word of caution, only use the number of characters you have available on the screen. If you type more, you can type more in the GUI right now, but it will cut it off here. But there's a little bit of it seems to be a bug right now, where if you do too many characters, it disables the foot switch. It's kind of weird. So I'm reporting this to the guys, and probably very shortly there will be a new update, and you'll be using your USB cables to update to the newest firmware. So there we go. We got those, and then you just keep doing the same. I'm going to do the, and it's not just for the on-off. You can do, maybe there's a function on here that you want to turn on and off instead. There's this high on. You can assign, let's do this. Let's do tap tempo. Oh no, it's not here. Oh, here it is. Tap. Duh. Not the actual user tempo here. You want it on tap. I'm going to put tap here. I'm going to put it to foot X number 3. Hit save. And here we go. On here, it's a green light this time. And when I hit that tap, it changes. It hits that tap. Of course, don't forget to change your tempo mode in this specific delay plugin. You have to make sure you have tempo mode set to tap, and now when I hit this, it's going to set it to whatever I tap into it. Those not familiar with the other thing on here is you can also assign it to the global tempo of this pedal board, but in this case we're just talking about this, so not to get you confused. There we go. Okay, so now I got tap tempo on here, which is cool. And then I was going to do the Shiro harmless. I kind of changed my mind in the middle. Add that to number 4. Save, close. Actually, I'm just going to go back here. I don't want this on my this tap tempo on here anymore. And just to take it off, you have to go to the function, go into the same menu, go to none. So you're disengaging it. Now I want to go here, assign this to foot switch number 3. So now I can turn my delays on and off. So which way am I going? This way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see every time I hit these, they're turning on those things or off those items. And that's it. That's the mod foot switch and how you assign things to it. Super easy. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always happy to help. Either put comments to this video. Trying a new video system right now just for this demonstration. or you can always contact me through Dean at greenelephantstudio.com. And I'll get back to you if you have any questions. Of course, you can reach out to the manufacturer on their website at moddevices.com as well. So I hope this was informative to you, and I hope anybody who gets this Footswitch really enjoys it, because I really do. In fact, I have 2 of them, and I love having to be able to turn on and off whatever I want, whenever I want. So that's it. Have a great one, and thank you very much for watching.